Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you how you can use the Workday function to only show you Monday to Friday dates when you pull it down, and how when you change the start date, no matter what month it is, it will always give you the correct number of days. If it's a 31-day month or a 30-day month, or if it's February 28 or 29, it will always show you the correct list. No Saturdays and Sundays. So what I've got on the screen is the first start date there, and I want to just show you the workday function itself first of all. So if I just sit underneath this and just type equals workday, open the bracket on that, I'll click on this cell, and then the argument for this is, first of all, if I want that to be the same date, I can just put that as a 0 and then close the bracket, and that'll be the same date. Now, I'll just pull it down one cell because that's just going to repeat. But what I need to do if I want that to be the second and so on, I need to put that to a 1 like that. So it's just going to follow on. If I tick that one, and now if I pull that down, it's going to follow on like so. Now, the problem with this is if I just go equals that cell and then just tick that and format that as days. Now all I've done there is I've already done that. That's why it's saying that. It would be into here, custom, and just change the date format from DD, MM, YY to the 3Ds like that, and it will result with this. I'll click OK, pull that down, and what you don't get is Saturdays and Sundays, which is what I'm after. Great. So that's the 1st of January. What happens if I put the 1st of February? Just get rid of that and change that over to February. Now that is a Saturday. Now I don't want Saturdays anywhere in this list. I don't even want the start date to be Saturday. So what I've got to do is tweak this little function slightly. And this is basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to put A2 minus 1, then a comma, 1. So if I just go in there and edit that one. So A2, get after the 2 up there, do a minus 1. And then I've got comma 0 there, but I'll put that to comma 1. So it follows it on. And if I tick that, it now corrects itself. So that one works okay. What I need to do now is just go back onto this one and get that to look at A3. So I don't need to pull that one down. That's going to correct every time I change the date. So if I put that to November, I think November starts on a Saturday. Tick that. It's gone to the 3rd, and this is just following on. This is just okay. You leave that as it is. It's just this first one that you need to change. So if I just highlight these and just pull them down a little more till I get to the end of the month. So this is November. That's a 30-day month. So see, it's gone down to the 1st of December. I'll just delete that off for a second. In fact, I'll leave it there. I'll just change this back to February so you can see how this works. So I'm going to knock that back to February, which is only 28 days. So if I go back down to the bottom, you can see the last day of February is a Friday, but it's dropped in the Monday there. What I need to do is put another formula in here that's going to knock that off. I don't want to see the March in there. So if I go up to the top, this is the formula. Now it's got an if error in front of it, because if I just did the if statement, which is this bit, if it's when you pull it down, it comes up with value. So I've put that if error in front to get rid of the value. But basically, it's using the workday function and A22. Previously I had A224. I've changed that now to 22 because that's the cell reference I'm using here, 22. And then the end of month is for this cell, A1. In fact, it's A2 on this sheet, so I'll change that to a 2 as well. Change that to 2. Take that. And then that's on to A22 as well. So basically, you've got the workday in A22 is greater than, so the if workday in A22 is greater than the end of the month from A2, which is that yellow cell. If that's true, do nothing. Otherwise, it's workday A2 1, which is what we've been doing in this one. So that's what that's going to do, and I'm going to copy that, but I don't want the little apostrophe there because that makes it text. And if I can grab it without that, let's see what happens here. Copy that. You have to tick this because otherwise it'll just paste the formula in there. If I paste that in, Control V, you see how that's disappeared? Now, underneath there, I deleted all the other formulas, but really, if I pull that down to however many you want, let's see what happens if I change that to a longer month. So I'll go for November again. So last time November, it brought in the first day of December. If I go down there, it hasn't done that. The first day of December is not there. So if I go and put that to December, see what happens there. Just get rid of that. 2. So now December. It's put the other two things in there. I need to pull these down to cover this eventuality. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if I go to March, change that 12 to a 3. See if what happens now. 31st of March is a Monday. So with a combination of these two formulas, you can basically make sure you always get the right number of working days per month, in this case March, and if the month is either shorter like February or longer like December or March, 31 days, it will pick it up as long as you have this formula down at the bottom here picking that up, this one. So basically that's all I wanted to talk about in this little video, how you can use the workday function to give you the working days of a week and always give you the correct number of days per month, regardless of whether it's a 31-day month, 30-day month, or a 28-day month. So hopefully this little video has been of use. Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you on the next one.